Hey guys! So today I thought this would be a really good video to do. I want to compare and contrast some of the Sailor Moon brooches that we had throughout the years that seem pretty similar to each other but also different at the same time. So going from left to right, you see right here, the very first one that was introduced to North Americans. So for me, I got this way back in the 90s, and back then, we had Kmart. So Kmart was pretty big in Florida. I don't know how big it was nationwide, but this is back in the 90s. So we got a full brooch, 9.99 from Kmart. So this right here is the first season brooch. Basically, when I show you guys this brooch, it's basically a hybrid of the first season and the Crystal Star as well, as far as being inside. The back of the box, you see an advertisement for the actual brooch. But if you look closely, you can tell it's the actual Crystal Star that came out in Japan. Right here, I have the original Japanese Crystal Star. I was really blessed to able to get this version of the Crystal Star. So we'll go over this one as well. Then, of course, in recent years, we got the Moonlight Memory series. A lot of the fans were kind of upset because, this box right here particularly didn't have a window box, so you can't really display it. You have to, take it outside the box, and, that's the Crystal Star right there. Basically, with the Moonlight Memory series, they're not electronic at all. They're just basically just open compact. No makeup, no nothing like that. But you can store some stuff in here if you wanted to. And then, of course, we have the Propica that probably most people have right now already. So let's get on with the compare and contrast. So we are going to start with the North American first season brooch. So all the North American toys back in the day, in the late 90s, had a dark blue box. As you can see here, a window box. This is the side of it. Of course, the back. The other side, it tells you all about Serena and the story of Sailor Moon as well. And all these had a clam shell, like an egg carton casing or whatever. So this brooch is very, very thick. So it has a satin bow to it, well, tie to it, so that way that the kid can wear around their neck. And of course, if you collect any type of toys, you want to make sure the batteries are not in them. So more than likely, for all these toys that you see here, I'm not going to play any sounds or whatever. But as you can see right here, it's clearly the Crystal Star from Sailor Moon R. Now, in the first season, her brooch is all gold. My theory is the fact that I think for girls, pink is a more appealing color, even to this day. So, of course, Sailor Moon, she had to compete with Barbie and whatever toys are out during the time. So that's probably the reason why they made this brooch part gold, part pink. But the fact that it's a hybrid, no, I know why. Because with the first season brooch never really opened up. At least in the anime. As far as I know, in the anime, it never opened up. If it did, let me know. So, but that's the first season brooch for us North American brooches. It says Pistons over there. So right here is the Crystal Star. And you forgive me if my angles are kind of off right now. I'm just trying to focus and make sure that you guys get a good view. So this is the Crystal Star that came out in Japan back in, I want to say 1983. This is the back of the box. Basically, right here, directions of how it works, how to put in the batteries. The side of the box. And the other side. So let's go ahead and take this one out. Now, this is not mint in box, so I'm not. So you probably have a lot of collectors probably cringing right now. Oh God, he took it out of the box. My toys, for the most part, they're not mint in box, so it doesn't really bother me. So, in comparison to the North American release, it's still pretty thick. as far as the size, as far as being like a good. I'm a grown ass man, so it I have a good grip with these brooches. So it's still pretty big. So if you put these brooches on a 5-year-old girl, it's gonna definitely stand out. You know. So if you look at the 90s Crystal Star, you can see how you still have the same plates as far as the ribbons and the gold, but there's a mirror here, right? In comparison, well, in contrast to the North American brooch, you don't have that. You have the Sailor Moon logo, not a mirror. But other than that, they're pretty much, oh my goodness. Other than that, they're pretty much the same design inside. Of course, you have a more of a metallic, shiny pink, and of course you have the gold chain versus the satin chain. But overall, I would say in my hands, this is going to be more heavy because this one right here takes, I want to say AAA batteries, 2 AAA batteries, and these take a battery, not AAA, more of a smaller size battery. I don't know the exact size it takes, but I don't put any batteries in my toy, so I don't have any batteries in mine right now. So that is the Crystal Star. So that was the Crystal Star. Then later on, basically over 20 years later, we have the Moonlight Memory series. So this is the Moonlight Memory series compact. So it's the same as the other Crystal Star as far as the design. The design didn't change, right? So these are the differences. So you're not going to have a chain or anything attached to it where like you can wear it around your neck, nothing like that. Now this is going to be more of a lighter compact because you don't have any electronics in it, nothing to weigh it down. This is like a plastic gem right here. Let's see here. And then of course, as you can see right here engraved, it's going to say Sailor Moon 20th anniversary, right? And this one is going to be more heavier because it has electronics and things like that in it, versus this one is going to be more lightweight. Then of course, this is like the final incarnation of the brooch. Is the, well, let me show you the box. By right now, I think probably most people have this. This is the Proplica Crystal Star. So the Proplica Crystal Star, as you know, as the other Proplicas, they're designed to be basically a prop replica of the actual items that Sailor Moon had. So it plays lights and sounds and batteries, things like that. But in comparison to the older Crystal Star, it doesn't have a chain. Matter of fact, this one's going to be a lot more bigger, versus this one. This is more refined. Let's see here. You can still open it up. You still have the mirror aspect of it. 2 mirrors, of course. And going back into inside of it, as you can see, this jewel is more darker, more of a darker pink. This is more of a crystal, more of a paler, translucent, lighter color. Not exactly clear, but you can see the hints of like pink and lavender in there. And of course, the speakers are more hidden right there, as you see, versus these are just obvious as far as the speakers, as you can see. So yeah, so that's about does it, and that was my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay, so that was my review on these brooches. So if you guys have any questions on the similarities or differences of these brooches, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. And you guys have a fantastic week.